Okay.
Okay.
Like the animal shelter be a debacle. We've seen things like senior services be a debacle. We've seen the county commissioners not talk to Peachtree City, Fayetteville, and Tyrone to coordinate things, and that is a dereliction of duty. Period.
Grandma used to get on me all the time, and I would say, I know, because I was a sassy New Yorker. I would say, I know. And my grandma would say, if you know better, do better. All right, so me and Kim Owens, we had a little debate, a little town hall at Fairchurch High with the people we're running against. And we brought up some real issues. We brought up the lack of diversity in our different schools. We brought up the lack of diversity in our executive board. We brought up some issues concerning higher level classes and having A+ certified teachers in those areas. And you know what they said? Well, we know. Well, if you know better, do better. Thank you. So I'm out here today in this hot sun with you guys because it's community. It's about community. And we can't have a great community without what? Great schools. We just said that people move here for the schools. Businesses move here for the community. One does not exist without the other. I have 2 students that went through this school system with different experiences, but we're going to get them all to have the same experience. I've worked in the school system serving the community. I volunteer right now at Scarsdale as vice president of their school council. I own a real estate company, so I'm selling this community. I know why people are moving in. They're moving in because we have great amenities in our community, all this great water out here. We also have great schools.
Your next clerk of superior court. And this is Angela Haynes. So we are the 2 constitutional officers. That is the framework in our Georgia Constitution. And so my opponent has been in office for 24 years unopposed. I am the first and I am the next. So if you don't know who our current clerk is out of 24 years, that's a problem. And I'm here to change that. So we are all about community. We know the clerk of superior court is a repository of records. They are the keeper of records. You get your jury summons from the clerk of superior court. But I want to come out and do things like this. I want to bring resources to our community, connect our resources with our citizens. I want to hold an accountability to let you know about the services of the clerk's office. And what are we doing with the fines? How do we disperse the fines that are coming into the clerk's office? We want to be more community oriented. They are sitting up there making 6 figures and you don't know who they are? That's a problem. That's a problem.
My name is Millie Blake, and like you said, I am a disabled Army vet. I am a husband. I'm a father of 3, 2 daughters, 1 son, and I raise children to be, they're all grown now, I raise children to be self-sufficient adults, but they want to go back, as they say, we're not going back. They want women to not get degrees. My oldest has a degree in childhood development. My youngest is at KSU right now, trying to get a degree in criminal justice with a minor in criminology. She wants to be an FBI agent. So, according to them, she's not supposed to do that. She's supposed to be Betty Crocker. I don't know if anybody else is okay with that, but my wife is a professional. So I say this because I stand for truth. I stand for accountability. Don't ask me a question if you don't want to know the answer. Like my fellow veteran Bobby Jones, we signed a contract saying that we'll defend this country against enemies, foreign and domestic. And we got a lot of domestic enemies we need to talk about. And I know FTW said that we are warriors. I believe she said that we were warriors, and I am a warrior. True and true. I said I'm running for state senate, District 16, and I would thank you for your vote. My website is AmeliaBlake4StateSenate.org. Thank you.
Tom Thomason, come on up.
Thank you, Joe, and thanks everybody for coming out. My name is Tom Thomason from District 73. I've lived in Coweta County for the last 32 years, and I've spent the last 3 years as the first vice chair of the Coweta County Democratic Party. But I love coming over here and spending time with my Fayette County Democratic friends. You've all been great in my campaign. I'm glad to fill that 18th spot on your ballot, even though I'm from Coweta. But as Joe said, I'm running against Josh Bonner, who was one of the main sponsors of the heartbeat bill. So we know we don't want Josh Bonner up there again. And it's not just the women's rights. This is also affects our people in the medical fields. I have a daughter who's a nurse who told me the other day, you know, Dad, it's hard enough to go to work at the hospital knowing that a mistake could cost someone their life or you your job. It's just not right for the government to be putting an additional burden on us as healthcare workers. And the healthcare workers are fleeing the state because they're afraid to work under the heartbeat bill.
Skills and leadership, went to OCS, graduated, and she retired 26 years as a lieutenant colonel of the United States Army.
Wow.
After she retired from that job, she went back to college and got a degree in nuclear medicine technology. She worked for the Atlanta VA, and That's what has led her to here. She said the problems at the VA hospital in Atlanta, you know, the VA hospital in Atlanta's got problems. And her goal is to fix that. She is a champion for media rights. Now, I'm not going to tell you all she's for because she got me last time she gave away all my talking points. So, everybody, if you'll put your hands together for our next Congresswoman from District 3, Mar-a-Lago.
All right, everybody. I just finished the Loudermilk debate, and I really think I got Brian Jack. He did not answer any questions, but he danced really well. But we are ready, okay? So the message is out, and the great thing was, when I shook his hand in the beginning, he was okay. When I shook his hand when we were done, it was nice and clammy. Last thing, his closing statement changed a little bit. This time, he was given data as to how many people were not coming out to vote. He's trying to make sure all the Republicans hear his plea to come out and vote to save him, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, what we got going on right now is we got to make sure that all Democrats, independents, and even some leaning Republicans will come out to vote.
Yes!
And I know when I'm out in the rural areas, they're telling me the same thing for years. They don't think their vote counts. They don't think their voice matters. We need to tell them that it does, especially right now. We cannot leave anything on the table because here's the bottom line. If everybody came out to vote, even a few that stayed on the side, we would have been blue a long time ago.
Amen.
And I don't know if Joe mentioned, but when they gerrymandered the area, I think I am the well-kept secret because they gerrymandered almost 40,000 extra Democratic-leaning votes into this district. So, I am ready to turn this place blue on November 4th,